Alright, hey folks, it is February 25th. I have not had a successful clear night since like January 9th when I did the Orion Nebula, and I know that video took ages to come out, but man, I have been busy. I'm going on a trip tomorrow, and it's forecasted to be clear tomorrow night, the night after that, the night after that, but it's also clear tonight, somewhat. So we're going to do something. I haven't quite decided what yet. Deciding between M78, if I can see it from my garden, Messier 95/96, if they're raised up enough, and if they are raised up enough, we'll probably do the Leo triplet. That's another one of the options. So I'm just going to get set up, get to it. I'll see you when I figure out what I'm doing. So Orion's that way, if you can't tell. It's completely covered. It's completely covered by branches. So Messier 78 is a no-go. But that is Leo, where we have M95/96, I think around here. I think the Leo triplet's somewhere around here. So we have options. It's cold. And there is our alignment star Regulus and collimated mirrors. So get this focused and then decide what we're doing. I still haven't decided. I'm going to shoot a couple test shots on my M95/96 to see the framing and the detail and the size, because I've never done those targets before. And then if it's not ideal, we're going to go for the Leo triplet, because I know that's going to be good. But M95/96 would be really cool. Woo! So the sky is kind of hazy, I think. It's kind of washing out the details, but you can see 3 galaxies. I think there he is. 1, 2, and 3, very faintly. I'm just going to go for it, and we're just going to see what we can get. But well, it may not have a good result, but hey man, I'm taking everything I can get here. So we decided to just go for it anyways. Data's not as good as it could be, but that's just what the weather's allowed us to do today. Tracking is like, it's fine, it works like 6, 7 out of 10, and then 3 are just absolutely horrible. Something is wrong with this mount, whether it's balance or gears or something, but it just has not been tracking well recently since January. So I gotta figure something out, because frankly it's pissing me off and it's making me not enjoy doing this. So that's going to be a project as soon as I'm back from my trip, but until then I'm going to keep shooting the Leo triplet and hopefully get a fantastic picture, and if I don't, I'll lay the groundwork for a good one in the future. Alright, well, we've got dew forming on the mirrors. As you can see it getting darker and darker. That's okay though, we've got 45 minutes of data, and that's pretty damn good for the first night. I'm going to have this stack overnight, and then tomorrow at some point I'm going to check if it's even good data. And if it is, I'm going to continue this next time it's clear. And if it isn't, I'm going to start again next time it's clear. Good night, everybody. Well folks, all my complaining about no clear skies has absolutely paid off. I've just come back from a holiday and there was some gorgeous clear skies up there, and I was kind of bummed that I was missing them down here because it had been like a month and a half of just rain and clouds. But now we're back. We've got tonight clear, tomorrow possibly clear, Tuesday, Wednesday, yes, definitely clear, and then Thursday possibly. So we've got a few things I want to get done before winter is fully over. It's just turned March 1st. I know it's technically spring, but I'm not done with winter yet. So I want to do the Leo triplet, which is what we're doing today, and then ideally Messier 78, but I'm not going to do that this week. I'm not going to spread myself too thin. I'm just going to put like 3 days into the Leo triplet. So I've got a few kinks to work out today, and then we can get started on M78, which I've got to go to a new location to see because of how late it is in the winter. But that's fine, we can do that. So today, Leo triplet, 3 galaxies in 1 picture, 2 Messier objects and 1 little NGC hamburger galaxy in the bottom. It's going to be good. My telescope can fit it with a coma corrector. It's going to look damn pretty. So please join me while I make some fixes to this, because I need to work out balancing now for some reason. And as we gaze upon the cosmos, let's do it. Alright, let's see how we're looking. I've got light on, so limited vision for now. Really clear skies. Leo is there. That's a bit low, actually. I can figure this out, but there's some really clear skies. We've got Jupiter there. I want to say that one's Mars, that bright one. Really clear. Let's get set up and then figure out what the hell we're doing. I have a good feeling about tonight. It's been a while since I had an actual good night of astrophotography, but I feel like for some reason tonight will be the... I've got to do the time. Something is telling me tonight will be the night that I get something good to show, and even if I don't, I'll have some sort of problem solved with this balancing. We're going to align to... oh, what do we want to do? Where's Leo gone? Oh, I do not know this region of sky at all. Complete disoriented. Oh, that's it. Okay, so I'm going to go to align on that star. Just keep risk to the minimum, keep movement to the minimum, get the sharpest results we can. Alright, we're coming up on Regulus now. There we are. Alright, let me get this focus. We do an initial test on the tracking, and then yeah, I've got really dramatic music playing in my ear, and I'm very nervous because this is the first time I'm trying this, and I really, if this is fixed, I'll be over the moon, because then I've got 3 clear nights of a functioning setup fully. let's do this. Alright, if this works, I have done everything right. We have a balanced mount, polar aligned mount, balanced telescope, aligned telescope. The only issue I can see is this possibly being over the payload limit of my mount. So if this works, this is the best I can do. Conditions are good, spirits are good. Let's find out. Never been more nervous for a sub in my life. Wait. Those are some circular stars. Oh, that's really... This is gonna be a really good week. Fantastic. Okay, I just finished. I just did one batch on 95, 96, but I think the Leo Triplet is up. Give that a little thingamabob. I'm gonna look through here. Oh, we are just above the house. Okay. We might have the house in it to start, but that would make for a cool little time-lapse thing. I'm just doing a 10-second sub with 1600 I, so I bump that up a bit just so we can see with the lower exposure. And see how the default framing is. Oh well, okay, I see galaxies. I see a bit of the house, but nothing crazy. So that little dark patch down there is the house, but that's okay. What orientation are we looking? So that's 60, it's top one. It's the bottom one, I think. I have no idea where we are, but it's around here somewhere. I'm gonna tinker around. Alright, and we are on the Leo Triplet. We got it centered and framed up right, so we've got a big star there. We've got one galaxy down there, one up there, and a super dim one down there, giving us a good centered view of them all. Just gonna start shooting the atmospheres, like I said, pretty bad, but then again, results can still be good with a bad atmosphere, and my standards are I want to see the object, doesn't need to be NASA quality. Let's do it. Got everything loaded into Photoshop here. This is post Cyril and post Starnet, just because that's just a bunch of stuff my recording software doesn't want to record well. So this is what we got to work with, which is not bad. I'm very happy with the wispy detail. I don't know if you can see my mouse, kind of around here, like that's real nice. However, I'm not very happy with how the background of it looks. It's very bright, very smudgy, very splodgy. So we're going to try and get rid of that in post-processing. We've got the stars over here isolated, thank you StarNet. And we're just going to get processing. First of all, as always, we're going to get rid of the green, because Canon cameras, God, I just love green, don't I? So when you drop it a bit down there, back up a little bit there, maybe bring that to 2, we'll call it 3. There'll be more adjustments made as time goes on. I want to try and cancel out some of this background. Bit of this, bit of that. Kind of like that. That's looking alright. I'm going to do a little trick to... It's very cheesy, but this data is not the best. We'll do that in a second though. Galaxy's looking not bad. Good little barred spiral arm in the middle there. Yeah, that is actually looking pretty cool. And down here, nice detail and sharpness down there. And then this is a much dimmer galaxy, so I wasn't expecting much detail here. But you can see some smoky detail, which is quite nice. So not bad, not bad, not bad. We'll do that for now. Now the kind of crusty way we're going to do this. We're going to go around this, get this annoying bar out of the way. Go around this like so. Yes, I'm using the quick selection tool. This is not a recommended way of processing. This is just what I'm choosing to try with this data because the data's not great. It's good on the galaxies, which is kind of annoying me. The background is just extra splodgy. And if this doesn't work, we're going to try one more thing that I figured out. So we're going to do that. And then we're going to feather the damn hell out of it. Oh, not yet, not yet. Have this. Basically, we're just trying to select everything that's not the background. And then we're going to reduce the brightness of the background a lot. So that's all feathers. That should be somewhat smooth and kind of gradient looking. Then we're going to go select, inverse, curves. See how horrible that looks if I didn't. Doesn't look bad. The star looks a little weird. Probably unfeather that. Kind of get this kind of thing going. Yeah. Make this a little tighter too. Then we do select, modify, feather, that. Select, inverse, image, adjustments, curves. Boom. Not that much. There we go. That is looking quite nice. Like I said, that's very cheesy and I really don't recommend doing that. This still looks a bit weird, but it's fine. But you gotta do what you gotta do at this point, you know what I mean? We're going to take this, take that, take this one. So that would be adding the back in. But those stars look a little too beefy for my liking. So we're going to go over here, select, color range, as always, just to shrink the stars down just a little bit. Select, modify, expand by 5. Modify, feather by 4. Might lose a few here, but if we lose them, it's not needing it, you know what I mean? Filter, other, minimum. 7, is that looking good? It's looking alright. Deselect, track some noise reduction on the stars. Not bad, not bad, not bad at all. Back on this one. I'm going to chuck in some noise reduction on here as well. We'll do filter, noise, reduce noise. Actually, I kind of liked seeing it over that one. So I really don't want to lose the detail on this. Color noise up, preserve details, making 40%. Cool, that's maintaining detail. We'll do OK. That should make this look kind of a bit cleaner. And I think that's pretty good. I'm liking the glow around the stars, I'm liking the dust around the galaxy. I do like how kind of fuzzy the stars are and how kind of just smudgy it is, because it's nice. With what I've got to work with, I like this. And I think this is a decent picture of 3 galaxies.
Alright, let's talk science. I'm going to speed through this because we've got 3 objects to cover. So the Leo triplet is made up of Messier 65, Messier 66, and NGC 3628. It is best viewed in late winter and is inside of the constellation Leo. Go figure. And typically, while objects in the night sky that appear close to one another are typically far apart but just appear this way from where we are viewing them in space, these objects are actually right near each other and are gravitationally affecting one another, which we'll go on to in just a moment. To start off, Messier 65 is 113,500 light years across, 35 million light years away, and is an intermediate spiral galaxy. This really cool close-up of the core taken by Hubble makes it look like it could be a barred spiral galaxy, but I believe it is just a standard spiral galaxy at a similar viewing angle to the Andromeda galaxy. It's got an apparent magnitude between 9.3 and 10.5, so it's quite dim and may not be visible to the eye through a telescope in most portal zones. It's quite small with an apparent size of 8.7 by 2.4 arc minutes, so very tiny. Messier 66 is around 100,000 light years across, so a bit smaller, and is also 35 million light years away. It's an intermediate barred spiral galaxy. Now, the bar name comes from this bar down the middle, and the arms of this galaxy are quite well defined, and this comes from the gravitational influence from the rest of the Leo triplet. Galaxies free of gravitational influence, like the Sunflower Galaxy, appear flocculent in design. This means they are still a very clear spiral design, but you can't necessarily count the amount of arms it has, while galaxies affected by external gravitational influence appear to be grand design, which another example of this is the Wobble Galaxy, where you can see the other thing affecting it, and it gives it these 2 strongly defined spiral arms. Now, there's a big explanation of why this happens, but I don't want this video to be super long, and I don't want to talk about something that I'm not fully understanding of, so maybe sometime in the future. It's got an apparent magnitude of around 8.9, so it's a bit brighter than Messier 65, and is a bit bigger with an apparent size of 9.1 by 4.1 arc minutes. Finally, NGC 3628, also known as the Hamburger Galaxy, because I mean, look at it, it looks like a burger patty and a burger bun, is between 100,000 and 150,000 light years across. We've got less of a shore size of this one because we're looking at it side on, so for all we know it could be like look like this but be like very long, you know. And it is also 35 million light years away. It's what's known as an edge-on unbarred spiral galaxy, which I have no idea what that means. I've never heard that, but I know the edge-on bit is because we're looking at it like that, similar to the Cigar Galaxy and Messier 102, I believe. It's got an apparent magnitude between 9.5 and 10.2, so it's very dim, the dimmest of all 3, on average, looking at the numbers I wrote down, and has an apparent size of 14 by 3.6 arc minutes. Now, this is going to be a very quick science section because this video is old, and I don't want to take up too much time with future me talking over past me, but in summary, it's an intermediate target. All the galaxies are quite tiny and quite dim, and can be difficult to get them all in the same frame and in good detail without good tracking, because if you have bad tracking, they're going to slip off to the side and we get stacking artifacts and it'll be hard to kind of frame it up nicely. In terms of like visual observation, I've not personally tried it, but knock yourself out. Messier 66 and 65 are quite bright, so you may be able to see small little smudges, but I think the Hamburger Galaxy is very difficult to see visually. But with all that being said, it's great nonetheless, and getting multiple galaxies and deep sky objects in the same photo is always breathtaking, so give it a try. Clear skies, never stop looking up.